hot. I've had them rising, well, not rising, but just kind of put them on one more time. You want your oven nice and hot. You don't really want it too greasy. I just put a little bit of oil just to season it, keep my pan seasoned. And then I'm just going to set them in there. And you want it on a high heat so that they'll puff. But you don't want to burn them, so you got to be careful. You got to watch them.
I'm getting you out. You just gotta wait. They clean you
Hope
up.
I'm loud enough.
Happy boys out.
Jazzy's taking care of the baby over there. So as they start to bubble, then once I get like my first couple of bubbles, I'm going to flip it. See, so it's starting to bubble a little bit. Can you see it here? And then I can flip it over and it'll rise. It's a little hot. It should rise. Give it a minute. The steam inside should help it to rise. Sometimes you kind of have to push on them a little bit to get them to puff out, but we hope that this is going to work. They're going to start puffing up any second now. I have a bowl prepped ready over here with a towel in it. So I can put them in there to keep it warm, just like you would. So it's starting to rise a little bit. There we go. Puffing up. Feels like it's a little bit hot. It's scalding on the bottom. Oh, it's starting to fall a little bit. So somewhere steam needs to be pushed out. So you can kind of push on them, get them to puff. Sometimes your first ones, you never know. Puff, 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 baby. This first one's getting a little bit burned. We'll try it again. Get them to puff open. A little bit too hot. We don't want it to burn. That was a little bit too hot. It's still going to be delicious. Let's try the next one. This is a little maybe too hot. We want them hot. We don't want them too hot so that they burn. Hopefully it does its trick. Wait until it's kind of like cooking tortillas. But these are supposed to puff open into a little ball. Let's see. Getting any bubbles? No, it doesn't seem like it's hot enough. Waiting for it to bubble. These ones are still going to be good. Even if it's not puffy, you can still... Yeah, I could probably separate this one into a pocket. Come on, bubble. Bubble, bubble. It's not bubbling. It's cooking too much. What's going on? Well, either way, look at that beautiful, fresh pita. It still looks like I can make a pocket out of it, at least this side, and if not, then you just dip it in your sauce. I'm not getting anything perfect. Maybe it's not hot enough. Well, I don't want them to burn. I want them to puff up. Puff, please. Puff, please. Turn it up a little bit. We'll get this right. If not, it'll be delicious anyway. But it should do it. Maybe I needed to let it rise a little bit longer. Let's see. Bubbles out of it. Well, that's one of the things about doing these things live sometimes, is sometimes you don't get the results that you want, I guess. It's getting too hot. This one has a hole in it. That might be the problem. If there's any kind of not area that's not sealed inside the dough, it will release steam. And so you're trying to create steam so it gives it pressure and makes it puff. So sometimes you have to press on them. Where's my little roller? Get them to puff. There we go. Here comes some air. A little bit puffing happening. So it smells like it's burning. Let's try the other side. Well, I don't want them overcooked, so I'm not going to keep messing with them too much. Let's go on to the next one. It's nice and hot. Should be bubbling. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. A couple more seconds before we turn it. I don't want it to be scalded on the other side too much. Take a little bit. Oh, there we go. Getting a rise out of that. They might just need more time to rise. It should be about 30 minutes, but sometimes it takes a little longer. The house kind of cooled down a little bit. That can affect your dough. There's lots of different things that can affect your dough. There's something that's not sealed in here. It's wanting to puff a little bit, but not quite enough. We're getting a little bit of bubbles in it. Those ones don't look like they've risen very much. Let's check the next ones and try another round, another batch. This one feels like it's risen a little bit. Watching dough cook. Looks like it's too hot, but it's supposed to be really hot so that it'll get some bubbles going. It'll capture the steam. It looks like this dough is not sealed right. It is separating a little bit. It's rising a little bit, and that side's getting a little puffy. I want it to turn into a ball. Nice big ball. It's getting half puff. Come on, puff, puff. Oh, we got a little half puff going on here. But burning a little bit. So be careful not to burn. My dough feels a little bit cold, so it might have just gotten kind of cool. As the temperature cooled down, it was nice warm when I was doing the dough. It might have cooled a little bit. That can have something to do with it. And then also, if your dough has any, like I said, little when I was shaping them, if I had made any kind of holes so it's not creating any pressure or steam. It doesn't cook any faster that way. I'm not trying to make it cook faster, but I'm trying to make them puff up. But my pita's puffy. But sometimes it doesn't happen. Let's see if it'll get puffy. I'm going to keep going until we get one that maybe gives a little bit of puff action. So go back to the first one. We'll tear it open. And I want you to see, I still have a pocket. See? There's a pocket. Nice pita pocket. So even if it didn't puff, it still did the separation for me. And I'm going to puff out of this one. It's wanting to puff up, but it's just not quite doing it. Something's not sealed right. Right at the center of that. Could have been the way that I did it when I was shaping them. They kept separating a little bit. But we just keep trying. Oh, that one got a little burnt. Pushing on it. It's very hot, very hot. Turn it down a little bit. How you doing, bro? I wish you could eat some of this great food. I know you're on a hunger strike. I'm praying for you. I think that it's good of you to draw attention to what they're doing. I don't think that that's okay for them to keep you guys on lockdown over there. That's against your rights. Anyway, they look good. Good enough to eat. Even if they don't puff up all the way, they're still really delicious. Nice open pocket of pita. I'm going to dip it in the hummus and tzatziki. It tastes really good. They're like puffing like just barely. But they are doing it a little bit. So it's going to be delicious. We're happy for the good food, the good healthy food. Thank you all for joining me, or those that have joined me. If you missed out on the first part of this video, you can go to my page, and I'll also post it on my YouTube channel. I'll put them together so you can see what we did here today, making pita bread and hummus and tzatziki sauce. And now I'm going to make some ceviche real quick because my son bought this fish. To me, when you make anything with fish, you do it right away. I don't like to put it in the freezer or anything like that. So now they're puffing. There it goes. Look there. It's making now. It's happening. It's puffing up. Halfway. One side. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Well, we got a half puff out of that. See that? Sometimes they puff into really big balloons if everything goes correctly. We'll try one more time. Oh, it's looking beautiful. Maybe they just needed some more time. Here we go. See, we get a nice bubble going. And I'll flip it over, and it should continue to rise. Now it's rising nicely. I messed with it. I might have tore it. You doing okay? Is he getting sleepy again?
Yeah, well, he's like not sleeping well. And then I hold him like this and he starts to fall asleep. But he doesn't want to. So I just try to keep him quiet.
Well, they're a semi-puff. But it's torn over here. That's why this one's not going.
Are you still alive?
Yep. This one's not quite done. If you tear into it at all, it'll stop puffing. Sometimes you can push on it and get it to rise up again. It's not cooperating. It is separating, but it's not cooperating. So it could have either been the temperature of the dough, or it could have been when I shaped them, I could have maybe left some holes or cracks in it. A couple different things. Either one of those things can create not puffing, but like I showed you, it is separating. We do have a nice pita pocket, nice steamy pita pocket. And you can put hummus or falafel, or like I'm doing some tzatziki and hummus. And they have a different flavor. It's made with yeast. Obviously, it has a different flavor than making tortillas. I guess if you fried them, they'd be kind of like sopapillas. But it's delicious and wonderful. We're happy. Down to the last one. We got 11 of them. So like I said, thanks for joining me. Brother, I love you. You have my heart. Send you all of our love from Hawaii. Hang in there. Like I said, use this time to meditate, pray. There's people that are not in a good place in their life, living in fear and whatnot, and we need to pray for them. Anchor the light. Anchor the light. Be the love the world needs. Be that love. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me. Aloha.